Hi everyone, this is Daniela. I would like to talk to you today about creativity. Creativity is really a topic that is very close to my heart. During my own life, my own experience, and of course also during my work as an art therapist, I really came to appreciate creativity. I think it's such a great tool, such a wonderful way to connect to yourself, to express yourself, to transform your emotions. For me, being creative has a lot to do with your heart and a lot less with your mind. And I think in our society, in our work, that can sometimes be very mental. It's really nice to come back to the emotions and to the playful side. And what I found is that what gets in the way of actually being creative for many people is this idea that whatever you do, whatever you produce has to be beautiful, it has to be meaningful, it has to be perfect. So for me, it's a lot about the perfectionism that gets in the way of just being creative and just being playful and just expressing yourself through art and creativity. And I know it can be daunting. Sometimes you have an idea, something, an image that you have in your head, and you want to translate it and bring it onto paper. And that can be tough. Not all of us are good at drawing, and sometimes really just doesn't translate exactly whatever idea or image we have in our head. And that can be frustrating. I understand, and I've been there as well. So what I do with my patients and with my clients and when I have creative workshops is actually suggesting and encouraging a different approach to what you are doing. So what I sometimes do when I have a group, I lay out postcards on the floor. I have a big selection of postcards because I love postcards. So I bring them out and I put them down, and this can be postcards, photographs of some buildings, some architecture. It can be replicas of actual paintings that I really love. That's another one that I would put out. Or it can be some patterns that I found that really inspire me, this way around, something like this. So actually I just lay out the postcards and I ask people to pick a postcard. And you at home, you could do the same. You could go through a collection of postcards, or you could go through images, or if you have an image in your head, you can actually use that as well and do the same thing. And what I would do is then ask people to pick one element of that image that they've selected that really speaks to them. And that can be a pattern, that can be a form, or that can also be just a color. So for example, if you have picked this postcard, maybe it's the dark blue of the sky that really speaks to you. So I would encourage you to take out the dark blue and start working with this color and really detach yourself from the image you have. So for example, if you in a meditation or you get reminded of a beautiful tree you saw and you want to paint that tree, instead of going figurative and really painting a tree, maybe take an element of the tree that really speaks to you. Maybe it's the green, maybe it's the feeling of leaning against the trunk, maybe it's the roots, and just start to work and play with this element. Play with a color, play with a form, play with a pattern, and let the painting develop from there. So that's what I do, and I've done that with many groups, and my experiences have always been amazing, and it's wonderful to see what comes out of that. And for me, it's also more authentic. You can really dig into the color, you can dig into the form. Maybe it's even a sense of movement that you like. Here this card for me is quite active, quite moved. There's a lot of movement in there, so you could take up and just repeat that movement with your brush, repeat it with the color, put the brush aside and just use your hands and dig in and just go with that and really be detached and surrender from the outcome. If the outcome is really nice and it's something that speaks to you, that is wonderful. If the outcome is a piece of brown paper because you mix too many colors on top of each other, that is also fine. It's not like you're producing art for a gallery and you have to put it up the next day. So just dig in, have some fun, forget about the outcome, forget about any teachers, any people that told you that you cannot paint or that the turtle you draw looks like an elephant or the other way around. Just forget about all of that, erase that, and just dig in and have fun. That is my tip for today. I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to share your images still, please don't hesitate to do that. Send them to me. Thanks. Have a happy day. Bye.